Hello children, let us continue with the story of Amrita. We saw in the previous class how Amrita lost her life saving the trees she loved the most. Along with her, so many other people, including her 3 daughters, also lost their life. The king was very upset when he heard how people lost their lives saving the tree. The king visited the village. The villagers' strong feelings for trees affected the king greatly. He ordered that from then on, no tree would be cut and no animal would be harmed in that area. Even today, almost 300 years later, people of this area, called Vaishnois, continue to protect plants and animals. Even though in the middle of the desert, this area is green and animals roam freely without fear. This is where we stopped in our previous session. So people grew up learning the importance of tree and they did everything to protect tree. So even today, the community considers a tree as great treasure and they protect trees and animals. Now, this we have not done, but from this year onwards, we'll do. Why don't you make a new friend this year? Have you seen how your friends, the trees, change in some ways in different months of a year? Write about any one tree. We will discuss about mango trees as they are quite common in our area. Does the tree flower? Of course, the tree flowers. Like mango tree flower. Do the flowers remain on the tree throughout the year? No, it does not remain on the tree throughout the year. In which month do their leaves fall? You might have heard about evergreen trees and deciduous trees. Deciduous trees are plants that shed their leaves. എല്ലാ ലീവ്സും പോയിട്ട് പുതിയ ഫ്രഷ് ലീവ്സ് വരുന്നത്. Mango trees are not deciduous, they are evergreen. That is, എല്ലാ ലീവ്സും താഴേക്ക് കൊഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പുതിയ ലീവ്സ് വരാറ് പതിവില്ല. You might have seen എന്താ പറയുക നീം ട്രീസ് ഒക്കെ നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഡ്യൂറിങ് സർട്ടൻ സീസൺ അതിലത്തെ എല്ലാ ലീവ്സും ഷെഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. ആൻഡ് ഫ്രഷ് ലീവ്സ് കം ഓൺസെറ്റ് ഓഫ് സമ്മർ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് നീം ട്രീയില് ലീവ്സ് തിരിച്ചു വരണ കണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത് അല്ലേ. അതുപോലത്തെ ട്രീസ് അല്ല മാംഗോ ട്രീസ്. ദേ ആർ എവർഗ്രീൻ ട്രീസ്. ബട്ട് ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് അതിൽ ലീവ്സ് ഷെഡ് ചെയ്യും. ഇറ്റ് യൂഷ്വലി ഷെഡ്സ് ഡ്യൂറിങ് ദ മന്ത് ഓഫ് ജാനുവരി ഒക്കെ കുറേ ലീവ്സ് ഫോൾ ചെയ്തിട്ട് പുതിയ ലീവ്സ് വരും. ബട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഡസ് നോട്ട് കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ആ ട്രീയിലത്തെ എല്ലാ ലീവ്സും ഫോൾ ചെയ്യാറില്ല. Because it is an evergreen tree, it has leaves throughout the year. Do fruits grow on the tree? Of course, fruits grow on the mango tree. In which month do they grow? They usually grow in the month of April and May. April, May മാസത്തിലാണ് mangoes. Summer season. Summer fruit ആണ് mangoes. So, usually, they have fruits grow in the month of April and May. It depends on different places. Avuduthe season, summer season അനുസരിച്ചിട്ടാണ് mangoes grow ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Have you eaten these fruits? I'm sure all of you would have eaten mango trees. In which month do their leaves fall? We have already discussed. Since it's an evergreen tree, it does not lose all its leaves, but leaves fall during the month of January. അതായത് തണുപ്പ് കൂടിയ സമയത്ത്. Why do people hunt? Why do people hunt? People hunt for fun. People hunt for body parts of animals. If you sell body parts of different animals, you get good money. So people hunt to make money. Pleasureന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് hunt ചെയ്യും. Then when people feel like wild animals are interfering with their life, people hunt. So these are some reasons why people hunt. There are rules against hunting of some animals. People can be punished for hunting. Why do you think there is this punishment? We know the earth is a place for living for both animals, plants as well as for us. But as population increased, people have started destroying forests, because of which the wildlife population is decreasing. Similarly, the plants and trees are also decreasing. But this will affect our ecosystem. The ecosystem, there should be a proper balance between the different living and non-living organisms on the earth. അപ്പോൾ ആ ബാലൻസ് തെറ്റിക്കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നാച്ചുറൽ കലാമിറ്റീസും എല്ലാം ഒക്കെ അറിയും. So there should be a proper balance. അപ്പോൾ then wild animals, there are rules against hunting of some animals. We have seen endangered species. Like endangered species are species that will become soon extinct from the surface of the earth, which should not happen. Those animals should be protected. അല്ലേ, ആ സ്പീഷീസിനെ പ്രൊട്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അത്യാവശ്യമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ ഗവൺമെന്റ് to protect those animals have made some rules. So hunting or keeping possession of those animals are punishable under law. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനത്തെ endangered species-നെ പ്രൊട്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് എല്ലാവരുടെയും ആവശ്യമാണ്. To maintain a proper balance of ecosystem, it is necessary to maintain the animals on the surface of the earth. അപ്പോൾ അതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് റൂൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. There are rules against hunting of some animals. People can be punished for hunting. Why do you think that there is this punishment? It is to protect those animals from extinction and to protect the balance in the environment, that government has made certain laws. Which birds did they see around them when they were of your age? This is you have to discuss with your grandparents and find out. Which birds did they see around them when they were of your age? They've seen a lot of mynas, sparrows, cuckoos, vultures around them. Have the number of some of these birds become less? Of course, many of the birds. These days we rarely get to see sparrows. Number of sparrows have reduced. Parrots have reduced. Parrots ne onnu kaanane kittarilla. So the number of birds have become less. Are there some birds or animals which they cannot see anymore? This is about extinct or endangered animals. So cheetah is one such animal which is very vulnerable for extinction. It is said that 90% of cheetahs have are eliminated from the surface of the earth. So there are only about 7,000 cheetahs in all on the surface of the earth. So they are highly vulnerable set of animals. Then birds that have extinct, you have already written it in one of the previous classes. So Shanti's grandfather told her that when he was a small child, he saw more birds like sparrow and myna than he sees today. Can you make 2 guesses why their numbers have become less? The trees have become less. Number of trees around us have decreased a lot, and because of hunting. People hunt for meat, for different other reasons, and their food have decreased. So naturally, the number of these birds have also decreased. The Kjd tree was the most common tree that grew in Amrita's village. Which kind of trees can you see a lot in your area? Of course, as mentioned earlier, the name of our state is Kerala, which is full of Kjd Vriksham or coconut tree. So the most common tree that we see around us is a coconut tree. And of course, we see a lot of mango tree around us. You can look around and find for some other tree which is very common in your area, and you can write few sentences about coconut tree as well as the other tree that is very common around us. So the description of Kjd tree is given here. The Kjd tree is found mainly in desert areas. It can grow without much water. Its bark is used for making medicines. People cook and eat its fruits. Its wood is such that it will not be affected by insects. The animals in this area eat the leaves of the Kjd, and children like you play in its shade. So similarly, write some 2 or 3 sentences about any one tree. Let us not write about 2 trees. Let us write about any one tree that is common in our area. Okay, this you can do it as your homework. So with that, we come to the end of lesson number 4, Story of Amrita. Story of Amrita is about, it's a real life story about Amrita, who lived in Kjd village, where she grew among many trees. She grew up understanding the importance of trees. Her elders used to tell, "Agar पेड़ नहीं है, तो हम नहीं है." If trees are not there, we are not there. So she grew up knowing the importance of trees. So when she grew up, some people came to cut trees in her area, which she could not take. She gave her life for the trees she loved most. Then we saw different methods of seed dispersal, how trees that are not planted grow around us, the common trees that we can see around us, the common birds and animals that we see around us, why the government has made a law to protect different animals and birds around us. So that is about this lesson, Story of Amrita. We'll do a revision of this lesson in our next session before starting with a new lesson. I conclude my today's session, children. Thank you and take care.